Compared to just 4 months ago today, at the height of the Stone-Free drought, when it seemed all was forsaken and everything was for nothing, YBA is looking pretty good. 2 new stands and a new spec, hundreds of balance changes, bug fixes, and quality of life changes. Compared with the famine of the winter and spring, this summer has treated us like YBA kings. But of course, we are only YBA Joes. And if there's one thing that unites all of us Joes, despite the exploiting, despite the toxicity, it's gotta be a constant hunger for the next update. Indeed, compared to the Stone-Free era, YBA is practically on an update schedule the likes of All-Star Tower Defense or Adopt Me, with maybe only half as many developers. Here's the catch. There hasn't been a single word from Uzu since the last update in 16 days. Now, if I had said that 6 months ago, I'd sound insane, but by today's standards, by summer's standards at least, half a month with nothing to show for it after a major update is practically unheard of. After the Stone-Free update, we got a patch practically hours after the main release, and 3 more in the following week. In just another week, we already had a leak from Uzu about the next major update. After the Pluck update, we got another patch every few days for another week or so. But after the Crazy Diamond update, even with the urgent fix required for Tusk and arguably even Crazy Diamond, not a word. For 15 days. Put 2 and 2 together, my friends, and we've arrived at our answer. Uzu is dead. It's the start of the school season here on the East Coast, and for the majority of the United States, really it's no surprise that he's been gone. Frankly, even I've been lacking on my uploads and streams ever since school began. But obviously, Joes will be Joes, and so, when left to the status quo, we woe and wish for mo. That's where I come in, folks. This update gap leaves tons in the way of speculation, and Joe's speculation is practically my specialty dish. So sit back, have an ice water, and enjoy your appetizer. You're about to smell what The Rock is cooking. Cream and Purple Haze are getting reworks. Up, hold that thought. Alright, go ahead. What's that? How do I know? Well, sit back and relax, because this is going to be a long story. Once upon a time, in the land of impatience, innocence, and ignorance, there was a brave knave named Clam Reworks. You see, Clam used to dev for YBA. Indeed, he was the only other scripter, and it seemed the only other man who gave enough shits about the quality of YBA updates. Together, for a small fee of thousands of dollars every update, he teamed up with Uzu and his lackey Snailu to create the best YBA updates known to man. The Magician's Red rework, Clam presumably got tired of Uzu's shit and ghosted Uzu and Snailu for a month just before the update was set to come out, delaying the update by another 7 months in total. Clam decided to go out with a bang and claimed to me that he was treated like a sweatshop worker by Uzu, and when I posted a video about it, Uzu decided to refute these claims with a big old document of irrefutable, undeniable facts and logic, where he rightfully defended his position as a fair employer with such awesome arguments as, I'm not the lazy one, Clam's the lazy one. I'm not the bad scripter, Clam's the bad scripter. And, a personal favorite, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. The document is completely worthless in terms of argumentative logic or evidence of any sort, but hey, at least Uzu said something useful in this document, that being... The second rumor is that Clam himself said he set it up soft and wet, Purple Haze rework and Cream rework, when this is also false. Clam is trying to steal the efforts of other developers by saying this because all Clam did for Soft and Wet was move around bloody assets in the workspace that were made up by other developers. And for the Purple Haze and Cream reworks, he did nothing but bring up some move ideas that didn't even make it to the final moveset list. Now, this certainly wasn't the intended purpose of the document, but it's the only part that matters, because it's the part where Uzu confirms that next on the chopping board are Purple Haze and Cream, along with the new stand, Soft and Wet, which already has assets made for it. I know you all are shivering in your timbers, foaming at the mouth for news like this, but it is my legal duty to disclose that this doesn't guarantee jack shit. It's been nearly a year since this document came out. Uzu could very well be planning to remove Cream or Purple Haze by now. But then again, this document also confirmed Crazy Diamond's rework, which indeed came to fruition just a few weeks ago. So believe what you want, just don't get your hopes too high. Of course, a hearty American meal is never complete without a few greasy, moist side dishes. Likewise, a YBA update has never been just a new stand or rework. So let's run down the appetizer menu, shall we? Immediately after the main dish in any hearty, moist YBA update are the skins. Like 'em or hate 'em, they're always there, and they're always gonna be there until this game crashes and burns harder than American Airlines Flight 11 at 8:07 a.m. in Lower Manhattan on September 11th. So what skins are coming next update? Well, lately there's been a trend with what kind of skins get released. Either you're a cum in a sink skin, or you're more of a sink in the cum. Whatever the case may be, it's pretty obvious we're getting a whole lot of whitewash stands, and we're going to be washing it down with our 63 Roblox stand titties. So that sounds fun. More often than not, the main course of the update gets a priority when it comes to new skins, so if Cream or Purple Haze get the Crazy Diamond treatment, they'll probably be getting a whole lot of skins. We're talking R63 Cream, which I'm just going to call Girl Cream. We're talking R63 Purple Haze, which I'm just going to call my toxic girlfriend. Just kidding, don't have a girlfriend, I'm a YBA YouTuber. Other examples could be Cream Over Heaven, another Project JoJo callback that I would fucking love to see in YBA, Yellow, Black, and Green Haze to continue the Hierophant Green trilogy saga, or maybe, if the modelers are really creative and hardworking this year, they can model a new Purple Haze Distortion skin from the iconic JoJo's OVA, Purple Haze Feedback. New on the YBA menu, we have 1v1 maps. Presumably, Uzu hired a map builder to dev for YBA for the new main map and thought, hey, while you're here, fetch me some new 1v1 maps, why don't ya? Whatever the case, it seems these past few updates have been remiss without some sort of new map. Why they don't just cut the bullshit and get straight to the ancient SBR map looking like it was ripped straight out of Minecraft with its blocks and sharp edges, I truly do not know. But what I do know is that the next update, we're getting a new 1v1 map. Maybe a few, so here are my guesses. Currently, we have Morio, the Chariot Raceway from Battle Tendency, the Prison Courtyard from Stone Ocean, and of course, everyone's favorite 1v1 map, the Memphis, Tennessee Bass Pro Shops Pyramid, the Coliseum from Golden Wind. Now, if I had to guess, they're trying to go for maybe 1 or 2 maps for every part in JoJo's, which leaves parts 1, 3, 7, and 8. So here are my theories. From part 1, we have Dio's Castle, which, just like all the other maps, is featured in All-Star Battle, Eyes of Heaven, and All-Star Battle R. Simple to model, easy to make. For part 3, we have either the Cairo Streets, where Kakyoin, Jotaro, and Polnareff fought Dio, or Dio's Mansion, also where Polnareff fought Dio, through mental gymnastics. Part 7 has the wonderful Philadelphia coastline where, spoiler alert, Johnny Joestar takes the US presidency after twisting Funny Valentine's balls with the infinite rotation. And finally, Part 8, the Walleyes. No further comment, nobody's read Part 8 and nobody cares. For honorable mentions, we have the Kennedy Space Center, which I would love to see as it's where one of my 2 favorite arcs in Stone Ocean took place, the Ringo Rodigan Estate, where my 3rd favorite arc in Steel Ball Run took place, and everybody's favorite JoJo's Bizarre Adventure arena, the Memphis, Tennessee Bass Pro Shops Pyramid. Here's a section where I get to list off everything I wish could be changed about YBA. First off, I would really like to see build saving. Switching between builds is really annoying in YBA at the moment, so being able to switch to a different standard spec and not having to redo your whole ass build would be really nice. I think at the moment, the user GUI is really unorganized and unintuitive. For example, the text box where you trade and the text box where you redeem codes are right next to each other, and I confuse them all the time. But also, why is the trading GUI in settings in the first place? Or, all of your cosmetics. And oh boy, let me tell you, when the new GUI dropped, I had a grand old time looking for my pity. Turns out, it was in Shop, then Stand Shop. What? That doesn't make any intuitive sense! In fact, every stat you have in regards to stand and skin chances, they're all in the stand shop! Why? That's not even getting started on how half the GUIs don't even have a close button, or on how when you do close the only GUIs that do allow you to leave, they make you exit the entire menu, when more often than not you wanted to go to a different part of the menu. This can't just be me. I don't know, I feel like I'm crazy at this point, but there's an easy suggestion for a quality of life change. A built-in minimap so you wouldn't be lost every time you wanted to get a new spec, a gang rework so that they served a real purpose. All great suggestions, really. And finally, a personal favorite, free spec storage! Now it's time for the most did-I-ass part of the update log, and that is remodels. Ancient Fruits, bless his heart, has taken it upon himself to remodel every single stand in the game, it seems. Except, you know, being an actually good modeler and all, he makes stand models that feel like they could be memes. I mean, my god, just look at this. It has the same energy as those hyper-realistic creeper drawings from when we all watched Minecraft for some reason. Or the fucking realistic Angry Birds memes. The louder the fart, the bigger the shart. It goes without saying that these models have a hard time fitting into a Roblox game, but we get them anyways, so may as well look forward to them, I guess. Balances. Oh, balances. The one thing that everybody wants, but nobody wants to agree on. In any case, it seems like Paragon's got this part in the bag. The elephants in the room, Anubis Pluck, and Tuskak 4 couldn't go another update without being nerfed to the ground. GER is getting buffs on everything but Awakening, which is being rightfully nerfed. Nerfing scary monsters, but not so much to make it unusable, also good. King Crimson might be getting a new move, effectively just like Crazy Diamond's Blood Throw without the part where you can direct projectiles at it, but knowing Uzu, he's probably too hyper-focused on giving Soft and Wet 17 new moves and 3 beatdowns to spend time adding a single move to any other stand. The World, proposing it gets Skull Crusher, but it donuts like Kakyoin, and Road Sign, both good ideas, but both to be ignored swiftly. Something about Beach Boy, to be honest I can't be bothered to read it, but go ahead and pause the video if you're smoking that Fisherman Joe pack. Giving Mr. President a counter because why not add a move to the stand with like 8 moves but only 2 do damage. Giving Hermit Purple yet another counter, like the one when he used Rage Comic Logic against Dio by going, Vines carry Hamon, wait for Vampire to hit, cover yourself in Vines, kill Dio. Removing the thing where if you block a million pricks, it still pricks you a million times, leaving you no choice but to take it or get block broken, making Vampire more bearable to use, balancing Crazy Diamond, which is much needed, making Harfank Green more bearable to play against, making Aerosmith completely useless but so much less annoying in SPR, basically removing Anubis Pluck, and finally, nerfing the World Over Heaven's reality overwrite. Other than that, there's the suggestion of adding a zone in 1v1s like an SBR to discourage running, and that's all the balances. God damn. That's gonna be it for today, folks. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe for more epic update news. Stay in the know. Keep up with a Handsy Boy show. Join the Discord for even faster updates in the description down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Sayonara.